Hello everyone and welcome back to WCMO TV News Channel 15. This edition of Newscenter 15 is focused on election coverage here in Marietta, Ohio. With the time for voting fast approaching, we wanted to give the opportunity for the candidates in the contested races to speak on their campaigns. Each candidate was given the chance to explain what changes they would implement should they win the respective race. Also, our local school superintendent will speak on the current school levy issue and what it would mean for the Washington County area. With us today, speaking on the race for mayor, are candidates Harley Nolan, Joshua D. Schlicker, and current mayor Joe Matthews. Speaking on the race for Marietta City Council 3rd Ward are Bill Gossett and current council member Steve Thomas. Finally, speaking on the current school levy issue is Superintendent Will Hampton. Now we will go to Jared Ruffin for our candidate discussion panel.
Welcome back. We have one contested race for this election for Marietta City Council 3rd Ward. With us now is the incumbent Democrat Steve Thomas. Mr. Thomas, what would you like to share with your voters?
I'd like to share that I'm very thankful that my voters voted for the income tax raise, made us ability to buy a new fire truck for the city and give us good fire service. I'm really glad to hear about that. And I'm also glad to see that our voters are stepping up and getting out to vote. And I'm also glad that our voters are interested in the blighted houses in our area, trying to get some done with those, getting them taken down or whatever we can do. My plans are hopefully, when I get reelected, to try to bring in some grant money through some sources, outside sources, or work with the other councilmen to get some money to take down some of the old houses or repair. My intention is not to kick anybody out of their house, just get them up to standards where the standards of living are really good, as long as they are able to be fixed up. Also, I want to work steadily with the new water plant. Our sewer plant is almost completed, and also we're trying really hard. I'm really supportive of the new city school levy to get the city school up and running so we have a 20th century school system, and we will have a new water, new sewer system, a new fire truck. Also, we're looking at the ADA study. I'm very tuned into that because I'm visually impaired. We're going to do a citywide study, and that study will help other folks that are disabled and elderly to get around our city better. We'll be able to have access to buildings and study the parking and everything, so we have good access for our folks that are disabled. Also, my big thrill is which I've been working on for years with other council members, is one of the last phases of our walking trail, phase 5, which will go up to Walmart, and it will save people from walking along Route 7, whether it be tourists or people going to work. I'm hoping that brings more people down into the city from staying at the hotels so they can visit our city and spend their money there and put into help our vendors and our people that own businesses downtown some extra cash to help keep their businesses up and running. So that's my vision. And the reason I say that is because I got snake bit here a few weeks ago, and I had a vision of at that time when I had time to think about it, about what Marietta could be, and then we could get into the 21st century. Along with others, we'd be the first community to have a school that would be a K through 12 school, and I think that is wonderful. And like I said, we've got a modern, up-to-date sewer plant, and our water plant will be on a reverse osmosis system, and we will have really good clean water for our citizens. I think that's a major thing, is having clean water for our citizens to bring in. As long as we have good source water and other facilities here, we can bring in more businesses to our area. And hopefully, we have one other thing going on right now that I'm really excited about, is they're trying to hook up with running a sewer line on out into Route 7 to hook in some of the bigger businesses out there and to bring it'll bring us more sewage to run our sewer plant, because we have a large sewer plant. And I think that will be a big bonus for us getting going. That's one of the main ways we can go, because that's where the most of the land is now available for business building.
Well, thank you, Steve Thomas, incumbent Democrat candidate for Marietta City Council, 3rd Ward. Thank you for your time, and stay with us for our contested races after the break.
I never chew tobacco.
I don't drink much.
Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
HPV. Isn't that about cervical cancer?
What does that have to do with oral cancer?
HPV. Didn't know that.
Thank you for staying with us. And now here in the studio is the second candidate for the contested race for Marietta City Council's 3rd Ward, small business owner and Republican Bill Gossett. Mr. Gossett, what would you like to share with the voters?
My name is Bill Gossett, and I'm running to be Marietta City Council's 3rd Ward representative. I contemplated running for city office for several years, and at this point in my life, I've decided to take on that task, and I'm ready to step up and serve Marietta. I've been a lifelong resident, and I've raised my daughter here. I've been the owner of Cobbler John's Shoe Service now for 10 years. And I want to be a strong, active voice for the 3rd Ward, for my 3rd Ward constituents. I don't have any agendas, and I don't have all the answers to everything. I do have some good ideas, and I'm ready to listen to others. I'm ready to learn, and I can't wait to go to work as the 3rd Ward City Councilman. As a small business owner, I understand the importance of making decisions, knowing what you need over what your wants are, and applying those things to business and everyday life has been very important to me. I'm a conservative-minded, common sense kind of person. I try to come up with common sense ideas that work and that would be, and that I want to bring to City Council. If elected, I would like to make Marietta a more business-friendly environment to encourage economic development and to encourage development within the community for a brighter future, for a better Marietta. Thank you.
No, Bill Gossett, Republican candidate for Marietta City Council 3rd Ward. Thank you for your time. When we return, we'll learn more about Marietta's school levy proposal.
So there you are. It's flu season, and you're over 65 like me. You might be forgetting something serious. Your annual flu shot. The flu can be life-threatening, especially if you have chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease, which can worsen with the flu. The immune system weakens with age, Ask about a flu vaccine option made specifically for us. Visit ncoa.org/flu to learn more and talk to your doctor about vaccine options for people 65 and older.
Thanks for staying with us. In addition to the contested and uncontested races we have for the city government on ballot, Marietta City School District is asking the community to support a $55 million levy proposal that would replace all the system's aging buildings with a single new campus. Joining us today is Marietta Schools Superintendent Will Hampton. Mr. Hampton, would you like to share about the levy with our community?
Yes. Marietta City Schools is presenting a levy to the community on November 5th, and that levy is to construct new facilities. A couple of years ago, we took a good hard look at our campus and our facilities and how we're teaching our children, and really all that began with kindergarten. What we discovered was that our facilities, one, are out of date and inadequate, but two, our personnel and how we distribute our education is inefficient. So how do we solve that was the question, and when it came to, what we got to in the end was that we needed to be together to be fully efficient. We want our kids to be ready to learn, and so coming together and building in those efficiencies will help our students be prepared. Now, it grew from kindergarten and grew through the elementaries to how can we do that with the rest of the district. If we all come together, we utilize our resources in a better way, we can reach more kids, and if we're all together, we can create an entire K-12 campus and act as one, but still have our independent branches. We can have the primary, we can have the intermediate, we can have the middle school and the high school. But we needed a location for this facility. None of our current locations that we have available would accommodate such a place. So in looking in our area, we know that we communicate and collaborate with Washington State Community College very well. They also have over 100 acres of their campus area. So in conversations with Washington State, we agreed upon purchasing 49 acres from them so that we can partner with Washington State and actually create the first K-14 campus in the state of Ohio. It's a very unique opportunity that only exists right here in Marietta right now. We have an opportunity to provide the benefits of a modern public education system and combine it with a modern, actually the #1 state community college. By combining those resources, our students are going to benefit and they will have an enriching educational experience like none offered in the state of Ohio. This is a great opportunity for Marietta. Great opportunity for Marietta to invest in itself. We have to invest in ourselves, just like you do in your home, just like you do in your careers. You have to invest in your careers, your home, and in your community if you want to see them grow.
No, that was very well said. Thank you. Will Hampton, Marietta City School Superintendent, thank you for your time, and stay with us. And when we come back, we'll have more of our preview of the November 5th election. This November, Marietta voters will choose between 3 candidates for mayor who have been quite involved in local politics for years. In the studio now is former Marietta City Councilman and local businessman, Democrat Harley Noland. Mr. Noland, what would you like to share with voters?
Good morning. I'd like to say that I'm candidate to be your full-time mayor. I was raised in Marietta and have spent my life starting and operating businesses in Marietta, such as the Levy House Cafe, trolley tours, Clary bed and breakfast, and designed environments. After receiving my university degree, I joined the United States Peace Corps, where I learned how to incorporate ideas from diverse groups of people and then design a solution to meet their needs. My training in design and planning prompts me to make long-range plans, not only to look at immediate quick fixes. I used this training while serving 4 terms as your city councilman at large. I believe in planning for progress, and I don't mean just planning on how to repair our aging infrastructure. I'm including planning for the city's long-term financial health, halting falling population, and building a 21st century economy. Our pioneering founders believed in making long-range plans. We have prospered because of their plans and diligence. We must now make our own plans for progress and prosperity. I've spent the last 2 months holding listening parties throughout all wards of Marietta. I have heard their concerns, their wishes, and their suggestions. I believe that good government truly represents its citizens. My administration will be open and transparent, open to new ideas, welcoming to new methods of operation, and considerate of all. I am Harley Nolan, and I am asking for your vote so I may serve you as the next mayor of Marietta. Thank you.
Harley Nolan, Democratic candidate for Marietta City Mayor. Thank you for coming to our studio. And after the break, more from candidates in the contested races. Stay with us.
Hey, Major, did you get your flu vaccine yet? Make that your mission for today.
Did you say mission? Let's do this. With the flu season coming up, we all have to help protect ourselves by getting the flu vaccine. If you're over 65 like me, you gotta even be more careful. Look out!
Our immune system may not be as strong as it used to be, so we have to do everything we can to keep the flu from catching up with us.
Educating yourself about your flu vaccine options is important. It's also really easy. So ask about your vaccine options, because if you're a tough guy like me, you may need a tough vaccine. The flu can aggravate other conditions, so make it your mission to get the right flu shot for your age.
Lee, is that you? Did you complete your mission?
Oh, you mean the flu shot? No sweat. Visit the National Council on Aging at ncoa.org/flu to learn more about vaccine options for people 65 and older.
Hello, I'm Jared Ruffin from WCMO Newscenter 15. This election, voters have 3 candidates to choose from for mayor. Joining us now is the current president of the City Council and mayoral candidate, Republican Josh Slicker. Thank you for joining us today. And what would you like to share with the voters?
Hello, I'm Josh Slicker, candidate for mayor of Marietta. I'm a lifelong resident of Marietta, business owner, and the current president of Marietta City Council. And I've served as acting mayor in the past 6 years with the city. I'm running for mayor to make necessary changes in the mayor's office, changes that affect the management, day-to-day city responsibilities, and potential for future growth. The mayor is the chief executive officer for the city's operations including police and fire protection, street maintenance, public facilities management, water and wastewater services, services our citizens expect and need daily. I am proposing changes that have not been made in 30 years. It will take the assistance of Marietta City Council and a clear plan for improving the way the city is currently managed and staffed by the mayor's office. I plan to propose to consolidate our streets and public facilities departments into a larger public works department. This will utilize more manpower and equipment to get more projects completed more efficiently. I also will provide an operations plan for the new department that has never been used before in the history of Marietta. An operations plan is vital for efficient, organized, and goal-driven work and projects. The city of Marietta has never had such a plan. The plan will outline proactive management instead of the current reactive, complaint-driven work schedules. I will also hire a safety service director currently absent in the mayor's office. This position is the chief administrative officer for the city's departments. I have selected a candidate with over 35 years of both public and private safety and service experience. I will bring positive change to the city as your mayor with new management team and accountability to exceed the citizens' expectations. It has been a privilege to serve you for the past 6 years as your president of council, and I ask for your vote for mayor. Thank you.
Josh Slicker, the Republican candidate for mayor of Marietta. Thank you for your time, and when we come back, we'll hear more from candidates in our contested races.
When I found Marietta, I didn't just find a place to go to college. I found so much more than that.
I found friends. I found sports.
I found my passion.
I found family.
I found my calling. I found a place to call home. Discover what you can find at Marietta by visiting marietta.edu today.
Here with us in the studio is one of the 3 candidates running for Marietta mayor. Current mayor and independent candidate, Joe Matthews, who has served as mayor for a total of 16 years, divided into several terms. Mayor Matthews, what would you like to share with voters?
Well, good morning, folks. It's nice to be here today, and also I'm in my 20th year now, and also as I said, I'm in my 20th year as mayor now. I have been very active in the community all my lifetime. I'm a member of 9 veterans organizations. My big passion is for Shriners, burns and crippled kids. I've been taking kids to the hospitals all over the United States for burns and crippled children. Also, I have been a firefighter prior to being a mayor. I was a member of the Marietta Fire Department for 23 and a half years, and I'm in my 20th year as mayor, as I stated earlier. And what Mr. Nolan stated there earlier, I don't agree with wholeheartedly, because I'm on the National Development Board in Washington, D.C., and for 12 years I was the only mayor in the United States on that board. And he said that, you know, we're going to be planning and this and that. Well, according to D.C. and all the people up there, you can only plan no more than 5 years right now with the way the economy is. I know it's nice to be able to plan 15, 20 years down the line, but there's no way in the world you can plan to do that right now with the economy the way it is. And I just have been a devoted servant all my life, and I full-time mayor. I think he made the statement that he would be a full-time mayor, but I think I have been a full-time mayor. Last year I participated in 2,000 and some events for the city of Marietta, and I've been very, very active in all my life with the city of Marietta. And last year I was just recently elected to the Washington County Veterans Hall of Fame. As I said, I'm a member of 9 veterans organizations. My passion is for veterans, and I do that. And matter of fact, I was the one that brought the Veterans Office or Veterans Clinic here to Marietta years ago. It's been about 8 years ago. I brought it here to Marietta. I called Chillicothe. I said, we need a Veterans Clinic in Marietta, and we have one now. And I've been doing a lot of things like that. I've worked to get IHOP here in Marietta. I've been working with other developers to bring business to Marietta, and I feel I have done a fantastic job as mayor, and I want to continue to be mayor. As I said, I'm in my 20th year now, and I will continue to serve the public in my capacity.
Mayor Joe Matthews, thank you for joining us here in WCMO TV studio. When we come back, we'll hear more from other candidates in Marietta's contested races on November 5th.
Thank you, Jared, for all those insightful interviews. Along with the current contested positions are also those unopposed races as well. These races include 5 available positions within Marietta City Council. These positions are as follows: President of City Council, led by current Republican candidate Susan L. Vessels. Marietta City Council First Ward, led by Democratic candidate Michael Scales. Marietta City Council 2nd Ward, led by Democratic candidate Michael McCauley. Marietta City Council 4th Ward, led by Democratic candidate Jeff Schenkel. Marietta City Council at Large, which has 3 open seats, led by Democratic candidate William Farnsworth, Republican candidate Cassidy Schoaf, and Democratic candidate Susan E. Boyer. The Marietta Board of Education has 2 available seats open, which are led by Russell Garrison and Bill Hutchison. 2 final races in our current election season are auditor, led by Republican candidate Sherry J. Hess, and director of law, led by Republican candidate Paul G. Burtman. Taking all this information into consideration, we here at WCMO TV encourage all viewers to go exercise their right to vote this election season. All voters and votes truly mean something, and they allow citizens to voice their opinion and support whatever candidate they seem best fit. Finally, thank you to all the candidates who spoke with us today, and good luck to all of you. I'm Cooper Holmes at WCMO TV, Newscenter 15, reminding you to go vote.